Hello, I'm Joshua Alonso, and here's my audience. Today, I will be addressing the issue of loneliness and how it is a big issue that not many people know about. Everyone has felt lonely at one point. Maybe you wanted to hang out, but none of your friends are available. Or even when you are surrounded by people, you don't click with any of them and actually still feel lonely. Or maybe you just don't have anybody to talk to. This can be a huge problem and can lead to a decline in mental health. Isolation is something that everyone experiences, and throughout recent years, this subject has expanded. As like everyone, COVID was a time of isolation for many, and still is. For me specifically, I was really involved in my friend group, and we had done things very often. Once quarantine hit, I was on my own. Rarely when I would have free time, would I talk to them. And I didn't know how it affected me until I was able to reconnect with those that I once lost. There are actually health issues that can arise from isolation. According to the CDC, social isolation significantly increased a person's risk of premature death from all causes, a risk that may rival those of smoking, obesity, and physical inactivity. Also, social isolation was associated with about a 50% increase in dementia. Now, let's dive deeper on why this is such a problem. Loneliness fits into the third tier of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, love and belonging. And because of its place in the pyramid, it is directly in the middle, meaning it is important, however, there are other pressing matters. This should not be cast aside, however, because of how big a problem isolation is. Statistica.com states, according to a global survey, about 33% of adults experience feelings of loneliness worldwide. Now, America just fell a little bit short of that, sitting at 31%. This study was conducted of November of last year, so it still shows recent results. Obviously, this was conducted after COVID, so the results are affected from that. However, this shows that isolation and the feelings of loneliness are still present and are now increasing dramatically. I won't talk about COVID for long. However, most people can agree that they were lonely during this time, and it is proven in that source that it shows that even after COVID, people still feel lonely. Also, the use of technology and social media can contribute to feelings of isolation. This is due to the distorted lives that are portrayed on social media. Most things are exaggerated and can lead to many feel like they are not as good or there's such a huge gap between them and the person. This can also lead to feelings of isolation. Well, most may solve their problems simply by talking to other humans and interacting with them. This of course works, but why do that? Why put yourself through all the trouble of talking to other humans when there are other creatures that will listen but won't judge, speak but won't criticize, and look at you but not glare? I'm talking of course about a pet. Now, there are many pets that can help you with this, such as the conventional dog or cat. However, there are also unconventional pets such as a parrot or a lizard that can also provide these feelings of support. Here is why a pet provides this. When you are isolated, your blood pressure rises and the cortisol levels also increase. This can lead to various health issues. However, even just interacting with any animal can decrease levels of cortisol, a stress related hormone, and lower blood pressure, according to the National Institute of Health. There are also things like increasing your feelings of social support as well as increasing your mood. Now, even if you don't have the time or money to adopt or watch over a pet, at least go somewhere that exposes you to animals, and this alone will help you. And if you feel isolated, or this will help you if you feel isolated. However, you can also take action by adopting an animal. Since lots of animals are without an owner, you can easily reduce this number by taking one in under your care. So, to conclude, isolation is a major issue that has always been an issue, but is now worse than ever due to recent events such as COVID and the rise of social media and unconventional standards set. However, owning a pet may provide closure for the person and allows them to feel less lonely. I think that if owning a pet is not an option, then at least interact with some creature, something that can also feel emotions, something that can interact with you. And just this alone would decrease the isolated world we live in. Thank you.